Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of my GT3 Mini-Series, where I walk you through my GT3 rookie season on iRacing. Now, we're halfway through the season. This is week 6 and we're racing at Spa. I had an absolutely crazy race, even though it wasn't really looking that way for most of it. Towards the end of it, things took a very interesting turn. I don't want to say any more than that. Just watch the video, let me know your thoughts in the comments, because this one was very special for me. Now, here's the thing. So far, it's been a pretty good season. I have to say that pretty much every week was good, except for maybe Daytona, which could have gone better. But if you haven't seen the previous episodes, make sure you check them out to see the full story. Just one thing, however, unfortunately, something went wrong with OBS as I was recording the video. So yeah, I lost my overlays and I also lost crew chief. So it's gonna look a little bit different from the usual thing because I had to patch it together differently than I normally would. But I've still done my best to give you as an enjoyable of an experience as possible. If you enjoy the content, consider leaving a like, consider subscribing. It supports me very much. I'm currently gunning for 1000 subscribers, so if you enjoy the content, please consider supporting me. Thank you. Let's do this. And alright everybody, I welcome you here at Spa. It is a wonderful evening in the Belgian Ardennes. The sun is setting as we are about to start this race. The strength of field is 2015. We qualified in P11 and we have car number 4. Not my best qualifying run, however, we're gonna do our best to try and get into a top 10 position. It's gonna be a very difficult race because, bear in mind, Spa is extremely popular and so many people are racing tonight. This session has about 20 splits, so my split is super competitive. Every driver is very close in terms of skill level. Let's see how the first lap went. And alright guys, we're about to go green here at Spa. Expect a crazy race, and there is somebody already facing the wrong way and we haven't even started yet. The light hasn't gone green yet, and people have broken formation. We're green. Looks clear on my left. Let's see. I think we already gained a position, potentially 2. We're chasing Gladwell in the Ferrari. The split here this week in terms of cars is a bit more balanced. Lately everyone's been using the Porsche, but quite a few BMWs and Ferraris here today, so it's nice to see a little bit of a difference. And yeah. Let's see what we can do here today, guys. Just know that Spa brings the worst out of drivers. It just does. I have to assume it's due to the popularity of the track. Maybe because F1 like sensationalized it. But I noticed that every time I race here, guys, everybody wants to be Max Verstappen here. So the rate of dive bombs and like just super like maverick driving that you get around here is almost second to none. So we're gonna have to be careful. Essentially here, if the driver behind you is close, you cannot leave any doors open, you cannot leave any space, because here drivers just love to jump into the space, they love to attack you, and we're gonna have to be careful. Nice in line through the bus stop. And that's it. First lap done and dusted here at Spa. And that was it for the first lap, guys. Fortunately, a very uneventful one. We managed to get through unscathed. However, we cannot say the same for Richard Lyons. In fact, we saw him facing the wrong way before the race even started. During the formation lap, coming out of the bus stop chicane, he very unfortunately spun his car. This is very bad luck. I feel bad for Richard. Hopefully he had a decent race after this. And just moments later, Andy Hall and Bogdan Melnik come together as they go up Port Rouge, and Andy Hall just manages to save his car, limiting the impact with the barrier and getting back on track. Now let's rejoin the live action in lap 2. Check out what happened next. Still early in the race, still 15 minutes to go. Obviously there's always dive bombs here, somebody got taken out. We got around him on the left, and I think actually getting around on his left there meant that we were able to overtake a bunch of guys that got stuck on his right, guys. I literally gained 4 positions with that move. That's insane. But I need to bear in mind that all these guys that I overtook, not exactly by merit, they're all potentially faster than me, so that also means that now I'm gonna be coming under a ton of pressure. So I need to be flawless here if I wanna try and hold the 6th position. That was a crazy turn of events, guys, but let's check out exactly what happened. So Kevin Deckers in the BMW and Alex Meredith in the Porsche have a racing incident coming out of the bus stop chicane. Kevin Deckers gets spun around and gets stuck right at the exit of the chicane. A bunch of drivers have to go around. You've got car number 16. He's also stuck on the right side of this pileup, and so I managed to sneak my way around, going leftwards and surpassing 4 cars in one single move. But here's the catch, and I've already explained earlier in the live action, all the guys that I've overtaken have outqualified me, so potentially their pace is better than mine. So what ensued after this overtake was a war of attrition that lasted for multiple laps. You've been seeing the onboard of Becker. He was in P7 and he was pegged behind me, just about 2 to 5 tenths behind me for multiple laps, and it took my entire concentration and entire will to be consistent to try and keep the P6. And in the meantime, I myself was doing my best to stay in touch with the man ahead of me in P5, Santiago Mingot in the Porsche. He was, however, completely faultless in his drive, and I was just doing my absolute best to try and stay in his draft so that I could keep Becker behind me at bay and stay in touch with the pack ahead to see if I could benefit from any of their mistakes. This war of attrition lasted for 6 laps, from the beginning of lap 3 until the beginning of the final lap, lap 9. During this phase, it was pure driving and pure concentration to not make any mistakes. At this point, I was convinced that I was gonna be finishing in P6. And then, the incredible happened in the final lap of the race. Check this out. We're gonna be careful, we're gonna have to be careful here at the bus stop because he's potentially in striking range. Becker behind. Although I have to say that he's behaved quite fairly so far. Oh, and there's the incident. I called it. Oh, and I got wheel spin again. Way too much wheel spin. I cannot believe I messed up like that. Oh, you're not gonna dive bomb me, are you? He's not. But all the mistakes that have been made have opened everything up. It's the last guy. It's the last lap. It looks like Mingold made it past Barrett, who made that mistake. I really bottled my opportunity by yet again. Oh, and I'm so much faster than him. He's got to slow down to serve, and I overtook him. Unbelievable, guys. I also almost collided into him there. Holy crap. Okay, we're in P5. We're set for a top 5 here, guys. If we make 0 mistakes until the end of the lap and keep it clean, it's a possibility, and what a wonderful result would that be. To continue the great streak of results that we achieved last week, and it looks like Bingo made a mistake. We might be able to make a move on Vinny as well. We're gonna take the inside here. We're gonna push him out a little bit. And we made the move. And there's another guy who's made a mistake. He's gonna hold that out to the outside. We're gonna hold the inside here, guys. I need to make this my corner. This is my corner. We're gonna hold it. The guys behind, they're fighting. And they're slowing each other down, so I can get away here, guys. I can get away. Look at that. Look at the fight behind, guys. It's going down. Some people might get murdered on the last lap here. It's crazy how things reshuffled there. Absolutely crazy. And I'm not sure, guys, but we're either in P4 or in P3 right now. Unless the guy that we passed there was a back marker. I'm not sure. Left it there to play it safe. Nobody is threatening me here. The gap behind is 1 second. I just need to get around this nice and easy. Let's not spin the car now. Let's just get it across. Nice and easy. Where are we? Jim, where are we? Yes! Yes, dude. Yes. Guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first ever podium in the GT3 series, in the GT3 Mini-Series, guys. It took 6 episodes, but at Spa, out of all places, we made it, guys. Podium position, P3, starting as car number 4, 8 positions higher than where we started. 71 iRating gain. I am just so stoked, guys. 5 X's out of 25, so most likely a positive record as well. And it is a beautiful night here at Spa, guys. Just as the sun is setting, here we are on the podium. And this is why sim racing is worth it. Races like this where you work so hard to stay out of trouble, to be consistent, and to pull a couple of overtakes. It works out, you get a podium, and it's a beautiful thing. But you might be wondering, what the hell happened to some of those drivers in the last lap? So let's go check out a couple of highlights, guys. It all started with Josh Barrett. At the end of lap 8, he's under a lot of pressure and misses his braking point. Goes right through the bus stop chicane and cuts the corner. This is gonna give him a big slowdown penalty, and he decides to serve that penalty right at the top of Eau Rouge. This is where I managed to overtake him. The next key event was when I managed to overtake Santiago Mingote after he takes turn 9 in a pretty slow way. He doesn't maximize the corner. I use everything I've got. I give it everything. I managed to pull alongside him, and by the time that we enter turn 10, I'm alongside him, I've got the inside, and I make the overtake stick. And then I finally managed to acquire P3 once I overtook Diana Perez, who, well, unfortunately for her, gave me a freebie by spinning out at turn 10 right on the last lap. That must have hurt. if you enjoyed this race, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I am gunning for 1,000 subscribers, guys. I love doing this. I love my community. I love your support. And if you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing, consider liking, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought about this race. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.